from Trellis Yarns. I am based in Greece and I welcome you to this podcast. If it's the first time coming here, I usually talk about knitting, festivals that I go and vent to, my procrastination sometimes, my castanitis lots of times, my losing my mojo sometimes, and sometimes also about books and other stuff that I enjoy doing. So welcome. Today I'm gonna present you what was in the Halloween box. So this year it was the first time that I decided to do a Halloween box, and I think that I will keep that because I love Halloween. And actually, being raised in a European country that doesn't really have a tradition of Halloween, and I didn't grow up at all with the Halloween mentality and all that. It's kind of exciting, I have to say. And I think what I really like about Halloween, of course, it's the candy, the chocolate, and the orange love. Like, I think it's the time that orange is celebrated. And if you didn't know, orange is my favorite color. So it was the first time that I did a Halloween box, and because of the particulars of what was inside, you could choose just the yarn option or the yarn option and a gift. And the gift, what you knew was that it would be a silkscreen bag, a new design by parnes.ath. This is the Instagram. So you could have a look of their work, and if you liked it, you could purchase the yarn and the bag. But because the yarn, of course, is hand dyed, and you know this process, the bag also is silkscreen printed, hand sewn, and leather. So this, it's like an item that it's a bit more expensive. So I figure out that I would do a better price if someone would buy the yarn and the bag. And they were like really limited quantities. Actually, there were only 10 of them. So if you have received the Halloween box with the bag, you can say that you are one of 10 people that got that bag. And also, well, mine is the one of the prototypes. It's the prototype with the silk screen, but it doesn't have, the maker's logo stamped on the leather, but it's okay. They can stamp mine whenever. So I don't have the yarns skeined because I kicked them up. I did just one combo for me, and I didn't name the 3 colors. So you have 100 skein sock yarn with 2 minis, and you wouldn't get them all named separately. I just did a bundle with the 3 of them, and I named it Let's Get Halloweeny because I found it fun, and because I'm not sure if I will keep the colors regularly, or maybe just have them as sock kits, or whatever. Anyways, so the main color, of course, is orange with speckles of more neon orange and purple and greens, because come on, Halloween is purples and greens too. Like, imagine all those zombies and jellies and yeah, the kind of greens, right? The kind. So the first color that I knew that I wanted is also the green, which has again orange speckles and a bit of purple, because I wanted the 3 colors to have the same speckles almost. And then you have a darker teal purplish colorway. I have to say that I love it. I think those 3 are really cute together. And so I was, okay, it would be exciting for me to show you the yarns, either in skeins or cakes. But why not do a sock, right? Because ultimately those are sock yarns. And I did the sock, and I'm so happy because I decided that last week, and I just did one sock. And if you know me, I prefer to make my socks two at a time because the second one is never gonna come. But the same day I got a message to test knit a vanilla sock, and so it's a vanilla sock, but it's nothing that I'm not revealing anything, but it was from cuff down. So it actually went pretty well because I do them usually two at a time from the toe up. So that way I did also something new that I'm usually not doing. It is larger than my regular size, so it's really comfortable, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be, because I like my socks to be a bit snug on my foot. We'll see, but I'll have to do at some point the second one. And I figure out to have socks, if I do them one at a time, to have them, you know, when I'm in festivals and things like that, to be my knitting. So I'm actually hopeful that the second one is not gonna take a long time. So here is the sock. So I started with the cuff with the darker colorway. I really love it. And then the orange, and then the neon green, again the orange and the neon green. The second one, just to spice things up, I'm gonna start with the cuff with the green and do these two parts, the heel and the toe, in the darker color. So it's gonna keep me interested, and having different socks, I think it's really cute and funny and awesome. And I think I will have some rest, and whatever bits are left over, I'm thinking, you know, on having like at some point striped socks. Yeah, but just one stripe and then just go to another color. The bad thing with that will be all the ends to put in. Okay, so these are the yarns knitted up into a sock, and I really like them. I adore them. So the bag, are you ready? Okay, I'm gonna put the things in the bag, the yarns in the bag. And it is a bag that I ultimately wanted a project bag, but that could be used as a purse, as a bag for you to take, you know, on a trip or on walk, or if you want to put a book in it. And that bag does all of this. So the shape is very particular. It has this drop shape, and it's like that. Oh my god, isn't it so cute? And when you kind of release the tension of it, or you can drag it and you can wear it, have it like that, and knit and take your knitting and have it, you know, in your hand like that, and walk and knit, because some people like that. I enjoy that sometimes. It's not very regularly, but that I do that, but I do sometimes. You can have also a book inside, like there's room, and it's really cute. Okay, this is a bit of a larger book with my knits, but it goes really well. Also my purse, my wallet fits in it. I also had my Stephen West mystery knit along the beginning with the two yarns, and with the two yarns caked up, and the beginner section inside of it, and it fits. So it's a really cute bag to have, and I adore it. The pattern that is silkscreen printed is something that was inspired by chevrons, but because in the beginning I had the idea to have like the stitches, like stockinette stitches, and then it looked too, I don't want to say classic because you're not used to that, but it was like too much into knitting, you know, and it wouldn't look so cute if you didn't know what it was. And I wanted something more abstract. And for me, like if you take the shape of the knit stitch, it actually looks like a chevron, and then I really like that. And it gives me a bit of feel of Hakuna Matata, especially with the orange, and I loved it. There is definitely going to be more bags in the shop. I think it's gonna be in when I will have pre-orders. From time to time there will be pre-orders also for the bag, but again in very limited quantities because the makers have to make it. And I feel very fortunate to be able to work with such amazing craftsmanship. And if you get yours or decide to have yours, sometimes the leather might have little darker spots, like here. This side has a bit more, like here. This is normal, and that could happen also in the front panel, like in between the red dots might have like little blacker spots. That is because the leather is natural, and it is possible to have the silk screen printed onto the leather because it's untreated, and so the dye will penetrate the leather, and that's amazing because the whole process is really natural. And then the leather will get darker with time, and that's just the natural patina of leather. And I really hope that you like it as much as I do. I really use mine a lot. I took it to trips and pictures, and it was just a miracle that I hadn't shown it to everyone already, but I've taken lots and lots of pictures. And lately I haven't used it because I wanted to take my knitting with me, and because I wanted to take pictures to post on Instagram. I knew that I couldn't take that bag with me without putting a picture. So I've been using it, but not really. So hopefully like on Sunday when you will be seeing this video and it will be out and about on Halloween's day, I will be able to use it more, and I just can't wait. So those babies were in the Halloween box, and I hope you will enjoy them as much as I do. And really, don't worry if you want to get a bag. There will be few times that you will be able to get them, and then we have, more colors to go through, more things to come. It's definitely a collaboration that I think is very unique and very special, and Trellis is definitely gonna partner up again with Parnes.ath, their Instagram. Go follow them. They're really doing something very unique. It's a one-man show. Actually, it's the designer and crafter is one person, of course, but the silk screen process is done by his brother. So it's a one-man show with some help, and it's like the really amazing work. Like, really do follow them on Instagram, and maybe you will find something else that you like and go get them. But you will have more opportunities to get that shape of bag. Is going to be only available through Trellis with this silk screen print. And who knows, maybe in the future there will be other colors, other shapes, but for the moment this will be it, and they will be really limited numbers every time. So stay tuned on the newsletter, and I will start. There will be already some pre-orders in the shop about the yarns, and hopefully also when you'll see this video, I will be able to have also pre-orders for this bag. Yeah, at least for a few of them. So I'm very, very excited. So, and I'm so excited to have a sock. But you've seen that I've casted on the other sock. Okay, so I'm putting up my bag and I've done only this. So you would think that I would go on and knit my sock, but I said, no, that's gonna be a Barcelona knits, you know, my festival project, you know, to have around. But yesterday I started another sock because in the festival I will have lots of kits, my Alohomora kits. It's a fading kit, and I usually or rarely, I rarely do my mini sets because they take a lot of time, and usually I don't have lots of them. But this time in the last pre-orders, I had lots of people pre-ordering them, so I just did a bunch of more. And because I've always wanted faded socks, and because I always wanted longer socks, I said, okay, that's the opportunity for me to make one. So I've put a deadline in my head to do one of the socks with Alohomora kit before I arrive Barcelona, so I can have them, you know, also in the stand so people can see what it looks like. And I had already gotten the Fade X sock from Leni Hoimela. I will post it here, and I will put a picture. I could show you a picture, but I didn't print the picture with this big socks in front because it would take lots of ink, and I don't find very how do you say it, environmentally friendly. I will be making them, but I will not do the X shape. I'm just gonna go with whatever instructions are, you know, to fading and all that. I would have fade them as I did the fading sweater, just alternating, but I could see that she has, you know, like exchanges of one color, like 3 rows, and one of the color B, then 2 rows, then 2 rows, and all that. And I've never faded something like that. So I was like, maybe that's an opportunity to find another fading, you know, possibility, and just, you know, just try that for a change and to keep me interested. So I'm thinking like with the rest of the second sock, and if I have rest of those socks, and you know, I could in the end have a third pair of socks. So yes, you have understood correctly. I will have one sock of this, hopefully until last week, a sock of this. So I will have 2 pairs of one sock. And then I will be having my 2 other socks for traveling purposes. Is that possible? Yeah. But I want also in my traveling to knit some smaller projects for gifts. So we'll see how that goes as well. I don't know. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Anyways, thank you a lot for coming and watching this episode and my rambling about socks and Halloween. And I really am very thankful for anyone who got, you know, the craziness to get not only the yarn but also the bag. I know some of you weren't that lucky, weren't that fast, but there will be more, okay? So be patient, but there will be more. So thank you a lot, and have a great and happy and scary happy Halloween. Don't forget, color is power and fiber is our weapon. Wow.